how to start working out. The most important thing is to change your mindset on working out and your identity in relation to working out. So if you are someone who feels like working out is just a chore and you feel like people who work out a lot are just different and you feel like you're just not one of them, that's just not who you are. You just don't like working out and it's a chore for you and you hate it. If that is your mindset on working out, and if that is your view on who you are, that's how you identify, then that's actually where you want to start. I used to be like this. I used to never work out, but I would also like make fun of people who worked out. And I think part of that was just me like trying to cope and trying to make myself feel better about the fact that I never worked out. But changing your identity is the most important step when it comes to starting something new, because inevitably there's going to be days where you're not as motivated, and if your mindset and your identity is that it's a chore and it's not really who you are, if you think of yourself as this unhealthy person, as someone who is lazy, and you are trying to get better and you're trying to become someone who likes to work out and you're trying to be healthy and exercise all the time, then already you're kind of setting yourself up for this uphill battle, and it's like this big challenge and it's going to be very, very difficult, and that's already your mindset because of how you identify. So instead, try to change that and try to make it a lot easier on yourself by realizing that whatever identity that you have cling on to, whatever mindset that you have, can be changed. You change a lot, you change all the time. If you look back 5 to 10 years, you're probably very different in many ways. So realize that change is very much possible. And when you identify with an identity that is a lot more agreeable to the changes that you're trying to make, it just makes everything a lot more easy for you. So when you don't feel like doing something, it's not like, oh, I'm lazy, I never want to work out anyways, I hate working out, so I'm not gonna go. It's more like, well, I am someone who enjoys being fit, and I am someone who enjoys staying active and staying in shape, and I am someone who is deserving of achieving my fitness goals. When you have that mindset, it's going to be a lot more motivating for you when things get hard and when you don't have that motivation. It's going to make it a lot easier for you to actually stick to the plans that you have set up for yourself and actually achieve your goals. The next thing we have to discuss is your why. Why do you want to work out? For me, I really just wanted to look good, and that was my only reason for wanting to work out. And really, it put me in a very negative and toxic cycle and patterns with working out and with food. So I highly recommend that you find something other than just looking good. But if that is really the reason why you want to start working out, I completely understand and can relate to it. But again, it's not going to be very motivating when you don't feel like it, when you're tired. Wanting to look good is just not a good enough motivator. At least it wasn't for me. So I want you to pick a few other reasons why you want to do this. And it always helps if it comes from a place of self-love. Maybe you just realize that you deserve to be healthy and fit, and that you deserve to live a long and happy life, and that's why you want to get in shape. Maybe you want to decrease stress or improve your sleep. I think my favorite thing is just thinking about it as free dopamine. And this is crazy because there are so many days where I just feel like crap and I really, really don't want to go to the gym and work out, but I always feel so much better afterwards. I'm in just such a better mood after I work out. When you think of it that way versus like this terrible chore that you have to do, and it's going to be, again, a lot more motivating. So maybe you want to feel stronger, maybe you want to feel more confident, or to improve your health. Whatever it is, you want to make sure that you write it down, or you can also comment it down below on this video. You can put it on your phone, your notes app. Just have it somewhere so that you can refer back to it when you need that extra motivation. The next one is to set super simple but attainable goals. So instead of saying you want to lose weight or you want to lose a certain amount of inches off your waist or whatever it is, you want it to be a little bit more realistic and a little bit more achievable. So maybe work out 3 times a day or get movement in 3 times a day. If you want to walk, maybe you set a number. Maybe you want to walk 20 minutes a day. Whatever it is, make it so that it's not result-based, but rather action-based. So that it's basically fully in your control and not something that's like out of your control, like losing 20 pounds. Because that way you are fully taking responsibility for your actions and you're fully taking accountability for your fitness journey, which is the way that it should be. If you are chasing some goal that's not in your control, like losing a certain amount of weight, that can lead to a toxic spiral, and I feel like it's not very productive in the long run. The next one is choose things that you actually enjoy. If you hate working out at the gym, maybe you can walk, or maybe you can take a dance class, maybe Pilates or yoga, something that you actually like. This is very much key because when it comes to building a workout routine, I have tried to work out many times before in my life and it just never really stuck because I hated it and it felt like such a chore. So finding something that you like enough that you can do for the rest of your life is your goal. You have to think, what can I do for the rest of my life? Not just what can I do for the next 2 or 3 months to lose weight, but think long term. The next one is building a routine that works for you. For a lot of people, they say they have to work out immediately when they wake up in the morning because otherwise they just won't want to do it. And I find that to be true for myself. I like to work out in the morning and get it over with and be done. But also it'll set the tone for the rest of your day because first thing you did was you woke up and you got some free dopamine in, you feel good about yourself and you feel accomplished because you did something that you said that you would, and you've already built that trust with yourself. It's kind of like making your bed first thing in the morning. It sets your day up for a more positive and more high vibration day. The other part of that is just picking times and days that actually work for you and your schedule. If you know you're super busy on certain days, then you don't want to schedule your workout on those days. Whereas if you know that you have time on other days, then that's when you're going to want to add in your workout routine. It's all about setting yourself up for success and being smart with the way that you choose your routine. The next one is to start slow. I remember one time I did a workout video with one of my coworkers. It was me, my boss, and my coworker. My boss and I, we like to work out and we do work out regularly anyway, so we were pretty much up for it. But my coworker doesn't like to work out and didn't really want to do the workout routine. But it also happened to be like one of the hardest workout routines I've ever done. So after about 10 minutes, she was like, I'm out, I can't do this. And I feel like the mistake there was starting with something so hard and so intense that she basically was like, ew, I never want to work out again. So start slow, start small, start with something you enjoy, maybe a yoga class, maybe Pilates, maybe something that's very easy for you, whatever that is. And then as you build your routine, you can add more workouts, you can add more intensity, you can add longer workouts. But start slow so that you can have that foundation built first before you add on. It's better to do that than to do a really hard workout class and then like never want to work out again. The next one is staying accountable. Again, writing down your goals in your journal or on your phone, or even commenting it on this video, or maybe you can tell a friend what your goals are. Maybe you can have someone kind of help you and work out with you. Having a fitness partner will definitely help keep you on track and keep you accountable, but ultimately it's up to you and not anyone else. Accountability and whether or not you succeed basically has to come from within, and it has to come from the trust that you have with yourself. Will you do the things that you promise you would? You can also join like social media fitness groups. I feel like those can also be helpful. Maybe you can follow people who do fitness content, and that can help keep you motivated when you kind of see it every day. The next one is to celebrate your wins. So even if you have very small goals and you hit those goals and you achieve those goals, it's important to take a moment and acknowledge that and celebrate that, because that feeling that you get when you accomplish your goal, you want to basically get addicted to that feeling and you want that to become part of your identity. You are someone who achieves your goals. You are someone who does what they set out to do, and that'll make it so that you're more likely to stick to your routine. And you also want to avoid the all or nothing mentality. Sometimes if you have a bad day and you're not doing well and you don't work out and maybe you're eating a lot of unhealthy foods, it's easy to just kind of throw away all your progress and feel like really shitty about yourself. But it's important to acknowledge that it's only one day, and you want to again acknowledge all of the other days where you have stuck to your routine, where you did work out, where you did eat healthy, and kind of think of the big picture and focus on like the improvements and the gains rather than kind of being perfect and being perfect every single day. Someone said this and it really stuck to me, but she said think about it as gaining health rather than losing weight, and that will make it a lot easier. So when you're having a bad day, instead of just saying, oh fuck it, I already had a bad day, and then you just go crazy and you don't work out, you just say, well, if I work out now, I'll still gain the health and all the benefits of the workout, so I will still do it. And it really helps you kind of get out of that habit of throwing a day away if you are having a bad day. Okay, that's it for today's little video. I hope that you liked it. If you did, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.